morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's David with Poe Run. And today we're going to work on the roof sheathing. First thing I had to do is put shim on every one of the rake wall rafters because I had miscalculated the height on the left and right. So I was doing that there. And then it was basically getting the sheets up on the roof. And working by myself, that does take a little bit of time. So I built myself a little ladder and was just basically slid the sheets up. Far right was a little difficult to get aligned because it turns out that wasn't quite, that flying rafter wasn't quite square, which we figured out. Couldn't do any adjustments on it, so we just adjusted the sheets. Once that was all done, we made quite a bit of progress and got most of the north wall fully sheathed. To start on the south roof, we had to put up the subfascia. Margaret helped me with that part of it. As you can see, the incomplete deck was quite useful here as we were able to put the ladders up and hold the subfascia into place. Just a 2x6 nailed off. And anywhere we did not have nice, straight, perfect rafters, we did use clamps to push, pull, and poke them into place, basically. So that took a little bit of work, but we wanted to make sure everything was nice and straight. Unfortunately, the deck on the south wall was not really wide enough for me to put up some scaffolding. I didn't feel very safe doing that. So the only way to get these sheets up was simply push them through or in between the rafters and slide them over. I had made marks where this is going to lie, and as you can see on the right hand side, I did put up just some little 2x6 scraps to keep the sheets from falling off the edge, and I'm simply tacking it in with a screw. I will go back and nail all this, but I also am aligning all of my rafters to make sure they're 2 foot on center, there aren't any twists in it, and if there are, then I'm going to remove those before they all get nailed into place. So finishing up the first row of sheathing up here on the south wall was pretty straightforward. Once that did happen, then I obviously nailed everything off, and the rest of the sheet started going up pretty fast. You'll see here that I put in little blocks, so when I slid the sheet down, it wouldn't pop up over the lower sheet and slide off the roof. Those obviously just got screwed in, and they'll be removed later.
Now is where it's going to start going.
Okay. Well, it's been a little while, but the weather had started clearing up, and we were able to hoist up this big locust column, which is going to help support this large overhang on the left-hand side of the building, which leads into the Airbnb entrance behind the column. I then needed to set up my laser so I could figure out where I was going to put a little locust beam in to support the roof. This was a very long process trying to figure out how it was going to look and work, and I think it turned out really well, but let's just say it took a lot of time and a lot of planning to make it work, because for those of you who've ever worked with, basically logs, especially something like a regular grown locust, they aren't straight. They are dense, they are heavy, and they are rot resistant, but they are not exactly straight.
You make note. I pulled this up all by myself.
Don't let it hit.
I see. Okay, what I need to do is push it up a little bit, but not too far, right? Okay, stop. Hold on.
Okay,
Are you all the way through? I don't think so.
yeah, tilt it back just a little.
Okay.
Stop.
All right.
Well, as you can see, we got the beam in place. This is a smaller piece of the same tree, and this tree was cut from just to the left of the building. So now it was time to get our two rafters into place, and I wanted them to kind of look nice, sit over the edge of this beam, and look natural if they can. For whatever it's worth, each one of these two boards took more than an hour to cut, place, trim, adjust, etc. So this was a very slow process and took several hours for the two boards to finally find their home. But in the end, I think we did a pretty darn good job. All right, turn it up.
Pushing it away?
Push it over into place for you, yes. Okay, now it's coming down to me.
Yep. Ready?
Yep. Is that it? What's going on up there?
Well, no, it can go further.
Be good.
I can't see it. Looks like it was up against the roof. Oh! I don't know what it was caught on.
Fucking a joke.
Ready? I'm pushing
Yep.
it towards you.
What is it hooked on right there? Same thing twice.
Hold on, let me back it off a little. You know, it's a hunk of wood or something. It's just this 2x4 with a little notch in it. Coming towards you.
Yep. Dude, that might have been it. Joey. Good girl. Good girl, Joe. Amazing, just like that. The roof has been sheathed, and it seems so simple watching it in a video, but in reality, for 1 or 2 people to put on sheathing takes a very long time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, put them down below. And until the next time, everybody have an absolutely fantastic day.